Hi viewers, I hope so you all are good. Today we will discuss how to generate pi, and before moving on how to generate pi, we will think about the number pi itself. The value of pi is 3.14159653 up to so on. So basically this is an irrational number. And how we come to know this is an irrational number? We have few things to recognize or identify when to say it is irrational number. So any number which cannot be written in the form of p over q or a over b or in fraction form, that is called irrational number. So usually we give a few examples of prime numbers when prime number comes in square root form, like square root of 2, so square root of 3, square root of 5. These are the example of irrational numbers. And we also include pi as well. We say here pi is equal to 3.141592 up to so on. So as you can see that after decimal there is no repetition and the numbers are not repeating, so that means it is non-recurring, non-recurring and non-terminating also. So this is called the value of pi, which is non-terminating, non-recurring, and irrational. We move on, we will discuss in detail later, and we move on how to generate the pi. I hope so you all know about that. We in how to draw a circle. Basically, circle, how to define a circle, a set of points which is equidistant from a fixed point, and that fixed point is called center of a circle. Like here you can see that this is center of a circle. So whenever you draw a circle you need a radius. So by taking radius 2 centimeter or 3 centimeter, or by your wish, with the help of compass we draw a circle, and that circular line which we call circumference, if you take any point on the circumference, that is equidistant from the center of a circle. So basically circumference is what? Circumferences depends on the total outer length of a circle. That is called circumference of a circle, or we can say that it's a perimeter. And diameter, when a line passes through the center of a circle and it touches the two ends of a circle, that is called diameter. I hope so you can see that the one line which passed through the center, that is called diameter. Now how to generate pi? So we basically write the formula of circumference and diameter to generate the pi, and basically it's a ratio between the lengths of circumference and diameter. So we can say that circumference divided by diameter, and we know that circumference of a circle equal to pi r, and diameter is the double of radius, so we write 2r. So exactly I will write the same thing, 2 pi r over 2r. That gives me, we can cancel 2 with 2 and r with r, so exactly at the end we have pi. So we generated pi with the help of circumference and diameter. So basically the ratio of the length of circumference divided by diameter, that gives us exactly pi. And we already discussed the value of pi is 3.14 up to so on. And remember that basically when you measure the length of diameter three times point something, you will get exactly the outer length or circumference of a circle. Okay, so uh, in this way we can generate the value of pi. So this value of pi will help us to find area of circle, perimeter of circle, as well as sector area. When you are going to look find arc length, so different formulas, it will help us this value. So we move on next. Few things I discuss about how or when to say recurring, non-recurring. Basically, pi is irrational number. But remember that sometimes we relate pi with 22 over 7. So now I will talk about what is the relation of pi with 22 over 7. Next, before moving on 22 over 7, the relation of pi with 22 over 7, we must know what is recurring, terminating, non-recurring, non-terminating. So recurring is basically a number which repeats infinite time after decimals. For example, if we have a number, we can take an example 1 over 3, and if you check 1 over 3, that gives us 0.3333 up to so on. So this is basically recurring, and we can say that 0.3 dot means that 3 is repeating infinite times. It does not means after decimal one number is repeating. It can be two numbers, more than two numbers, or after decimal maybe one number is not repeating. Then it is repetition. Still, it is recurring. Okay. So, and terminating, for example, the number which we can change easily into decimals as well as in common fraction. So let's suppose if I have 1 over 2, so that is basically 0.5, and 0.5 we can change easily into fraction form, that is called terminating. A1 3 over 4, which is equal 0.75. So these are called terminating decimals. And remember that both terminating and recurring are called rational numbers because we can change both into fractions. So any value which can be written in the form of a over b or 1 over 2 or p over q in fraction form, that is rational called rational. Now, I already talked about non-recurring and non-terminating. So usually what happens when there is no sequence or no repetition after decimals, that is called non-recurring, and non-terminating. Of course, we cannot change into fraction form, so that's why we called non-terminating. So usually we say the value of pi is non-recurring as well as non-terminating, and it is called irrational. So value of pi 3.142 up to so on. So this is non-recurring, non-terminating, and we called it is irrational number. And if you want to write other examples, you can suppose to say that all prime numbers when come in square root form, those are called irrational examples. Okay, these are all irrational examples. Think enough. And for rational, you can choose any fraction form, 1 over 5, 2 over 3. These all are, even 1 is also a rational number and 0 is also a rational number, because we can write 1 over 1 and 0 over 1. Both are rational numbers. I hope so this is okay for you guys. We move on the next point. What is the relation of pi with 22 over 7? Remember, how can we relate these two values? So have a look next question. Here, I have one question, and it is the fraction 22 over 7 is often used as an approximation of our pi. Using the internet as a reference, write down pi to 15 decimal places. So I already mentioned the one value of pi, which is almost equal to 15 decimal places. And you can see that. So this is value of pi, which is equal 3.141592653589793, and it is non-terminating, non-recurring, and irrational number. But what the relation of this value of pi with using division method to work out 22 over 7. So if I check carefully that 22 divide 7 gives me what? So look, if I say by long division 7 3 21, and we have one left, or put point here so that we can write 0, and 7 ones are 7, we have 3 left, put 0, 7 fours are 28, we have 2 left, so we can put again 0 so that we can continue to 7 twos are 14. Now we have 6 left, so 7 eights are 56. We have 4 left, put 0, so 7 fives are 35. And then again we have 5 left, so I can supposed to say that 0, so 7 sevens are 49, and I have left 1, so put 0. 7 ones are 7. So after this, if I continue, I have 7 10 minus 7 1, and no, sorry, 10 minus 7 3. I was supposed to say that 0, so 7 fours are 28. We have 2 left, put 0. 7 twos are 14. 6 left, so 7 eights are 56. And we have 4 left, so 7 fives are 35. I hope so. You can see that if we go one more step, like 40 minus 35, that gives me 5. So 7 sevens are 49, and then again 1, and again it will repeat 1 4 2 8 5 7 1 4 2 8 5 7. If you check the answer of this one carefully, now 22 over 7, that gives me 3.142857. Again 1 4 2 8 5 7. So it means we can say that it is repeating like 1 4 2 8 5 7, and again look 1 4 2 8 5 7. So these are repeating numbers all. So we cannot say this one is non-recurring, this is recurring, as well as we can change into fraction form also. So this is the main difference there. Once you write it, and the second thing, comment on any similarity. So whenever you try to compare pi with 22 over pi value with 22 over 7, we just compare three significant figure, means first three values, 3.14. So if you check first three value of pi or first three value of 22 over 7, they are exactly same, exactly same. So this is the similarity, we can say that similarity. And the difference is what? Difference is this is non-recurring and this is recurring. We can say that the value of pi is non-recurring, that's why we call this is irrational number. But 22 over 7 is recurring, this one recurring, and this one is non-recurring, means irrational, and this one is rational. And one more thing, what or why might it be an advantage to 22 over 7 as an approximation of y? So the advantage is you can use this value of 22 over 7 more conveniently without using calculator. So sometimes this is more helpful for us, 22 over 7, to calculate the value if you don't have the calculator, or if calculator is not allowed. So this is more useful value of 22 over 7. I hope so you get the difference between Pi and 22 over 7, both are acceptable. First three significant figure, we can use either 22 over 7 or pi, but the main difference is one is recurring and one is non-recurring. Means one is rational and one is irrational. I hope so you understand. See you in my next video.